The badger. Nocturnal and rarely seen, to many their highly secretive lives remain a mystery. Others, however, are all too familiar with some of the more antisocial aspects of badger behaviour. Badgers can undoubtedly be very destructive to gardens and crops. Whatever people's opinions, there is a lot to be said for these highly charismatic and secretive mammals. I aim to reveal and follow the lives of one very special badger clan. My name is Alex Bailey. Through filming, I want to document the exciting lives of wild badgers in spring. It's mid-April, and in the British countryside, the transformation from winter into spring is apparent. Woodlands and fields previously bare are teeming with life and colour. With this explosion of growth comes opportunity. Being omnivorous, badgers consume a range of plants and invertebrates, which are more plentiful at this time of year and therefore make up the bulk of their diet. As the daylight begins to fade, one special individual from the sett emerges. Named after a marking on her face, Fleck is hungry and immediately on the search for food. You see, having spent large periods of time underground over winter, the need to refuel is essential. She's hungry, and for good reason. Over winter, Fleck gave birth to 4 cubs, and having to provide them with milk makes for a hungry badger. Using her nose, she is able to detect the smallest larvae and worms. Her sense of smell is 700 times more powerful than ours, and is her most dominant sense. This is the dominant male. I've called him Dash after a scar on his nose. This is almost certainly a result of fighting. Only he has the right to mate out of the males in this sett, and competition for this right is fierce. There are other subordinate members of this clan, such as last year's cubs and younger males and females. There is a lot to explore. This is vital for the development of young cubs. Towards the end of May, they will be weaned and have to find their own food. It's essential that they explore their surroundings, or they venture too far and it is easy to get lost and disorientated. On average, only half of cubs make it to adulthood, with weather and roads being highly significant in the cause of badger death. Hot weather limits the number of earthworms accessible, and roads are the cause of many adult and young fatalities. For now though, there is plenty of time to play, developing strength and coordination, both of which will be necessary to survive. They have really long claws, which are primarily used for digging. All this material has been excavated as a result of badger activity, and if you look in it, you can actually see a whole load of badger footprints, and that is, it's just a really clear indication that it's super active. I watched an individual here the other night who was digging out huge quantities of earth, perhaps one of the most enthusiastic badger diggers I've ever seen. And all this kind of mound is as a result of the badger firing earth out from between its back legs, and it builds up on the side of this trunk, which is why there's so much here. All this stuff here is badger bedding, and badgers are very tidy animals, so they will drag out old bedding and replace it with fresh bedding, and these are actually just bluebells. But what's really cool is if you look inside them, you can actually find a whole load of badger hair inside all this nesting material. And these are the tough guard hairs, but they're very clearly black tipped and very clearly badger hair, which is really cool and a really clear indicator that this is nesting material from a very active sett.